This is the Estes Screw-on Retainer. My name is Tim Van Milligan, and I'm going to show you how to put it onto your rocket.
Welcome to Advanced Construction Videos, where we show you how to tackle rocketry building techniques and more. On our website, we sell kits, motors, building supplies, and electronics. So come and learn, shop, build, and fly when you visit us at apogeerockets.com.
The Estes Screw-on Retainer, which is this right here, mimics the high power retainers in that they screw onto the rocket to hold the engine in. So here's the back end of your rocket, and you would take a rocket motor and you'd slide it in and then screw it on, and that holds the motor to prevent it from sliding forward or backwards into the rocket. Now Estes doesn't give you really good instructions on how to use this. But first of all, what is different about this than the high power retainers? The difference is in the back of the motor. If you look at an Estes motor, it's smooth because it's just a paper case. But if you look at a high power motor, it has an engine block built into the back of the motor. And pretty much all 29 millimeter and bigger diameter motors have this now. The smaller ones that Estes makes doesn't have it. The advantage of putting that on the back of the motor is that it prevents the rocket motor from sliding forward. On the Estes one, for these 18 millimeter motors, there's nothing to prevent them from sliding forward. So when you put the rocket motor into your engine mount and say this is the engine mount inside your tube, it would just slide all the way forward. And so it would just, as soon as you ignited the motor, it would just shoot out right through the top, ruining your parachute and everything inside. So on the Estes screw-on retainers, you need to put an engine block inside the tube. And this is where they don't tell you to put it. So the engine block, and I'm sure you're familiar of using these, is just a little ring, and that gets inside the tube. But they don't tell you where inside the tube it should go. What I'm telling you now is to put it so that it is slightly recessed into the tube. I would go probably 1/8 of an inch. So when you do that, the rocket engine is going to stick out the back of the tube about 3/8 of an inch, and that's what you need. Also, this ring right here on the back, which is inside the tube, but it's about right here. When you put on the one part, I got it on backwards, you can't put it too far back or it will interfere with that. So the furthest back that you can put it is about 1/4 inch from the end of the tube. So again, this assumes that your engine tube is 2 3/4 inches long, which is standard for most small kits. If it's not, you're going to have to put the engine block in from this side, and then you take an engine and slide it forward until you get about 3/8 of an inch sticking out the back. And that's where the engine ring, the thrust ring, should be glued. So let me just go ahead and do that and I'll just show you. So I'll just take some glue and I'll put it on a stick. Just keep this rotating so that it doesn't ooze onto your table. And then you're going to take an engine and you're going to say, okay, I want it to go about that deep inside. Put it in and then smear it around. Spin this too so that when it comes out there's no glue on it. Okay, and then you're going to take your engine block, it's also called a thrust ring, and you're going to slide it in with the engine, and you'll feel it hitting that glue. It starts getting a little resistance. And then just push it until this is sticking out about 3/8 of an inch. Just like that. Make sure you pull it out so your engine doesn't get glued in there too. Now this ring, as I said, this is the back ring. It's going to be glued no closer than 1/4 of an inch. So the ring is about 1/4 of an inch. So if you mark it right there, slide it forward 1/4 of an inch, that's the furthest it can go. Now it can go forward of that, which is fine. So then you would just glue that one down. Like that. And just going to wipe off any excess glue right here. Normally I would leave that on, but I need to glue this ring on. Now this ring, you don't use wood glue because wood glue doesn't stick to this plastic. It's too slick. So for gluing this on, Estes recommends either plastic model cement or super glue. I prefer super glue because it's a more permanent bond. I don't trust the plastic model cement to bond to paper. Super glue is going to bond to both really good. So again, I'll just put a little bit of glue around the outside. And I've already test fit it, so I know that, oops, it's only going to go on one way. If you put it on the wrong way, it's not going to go on. So if I spin it around, put it on this way, it doesn't go on. If I go this way, it does go on. Put it on, give it a spin like that, and then it's locked in place. All right, just like that. Now, when you glue this into your tube, again, Estes doesn't give you any instructions on how far in it should go. But I would say glue it in so that the black part is just up against that edge of the back end of the tube, just like that. It can go recessed a little bit in, but no deeper than that. Otherwise, you know, if you go on too far in, you're not going to be able to screw it on. So that's the thing, is you got to be able to screw it on. So you can recess it a little bit, but not too much. Okay. So when we put the motor in, and you screw this all the way down, come on, why does it want to go on? Oops. Okay. I didn't have my ring far enough in. So I'm about a 1/16, I'd go 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch so that these threads will engage like that. Okay, the problem with putting it too far forward is now when you're trying to get the motor out, it's kind of hard to grab it. So you want it, there's that nice little sweet spot where you can just get your fingers on it to pull it out. So on this one right here, slide the motor in, take the back part, screw it on. Let's see, that one too. Okay, just like that. And that's going to hold the motor in. Now if you don't like that gap right there, when you put that in, you know, screw this on first so it's all the way screwed down. And then glue this in. So I'd put the glue inside and then glue that in so that's nice and flush like that. That looks a little nicer than this one here. This has a little gap. So I hope I didn't confuse you. Just play around with it a little bit. And they do work nice. They give a nice attractive appearance to the rocket. They are a little bit more draggy because these ridges, they're not totally flush with the tube. On bigger rockets, they're going to be fine. This is the biggest or the smallest tube you could use, and this is a BT50, or also called a 24 millimeter tube. And so what that does is, this is the normal engine hook. This is the screw-on retainer. It just gives you a different look. It's not any better, not any worse, just a different look, trying to give your rocket, you know, that distinctive look to it. So that's the Estes 18 millimeter screw-on engine retainer. My name is Tim Van Milligan. If you're watching this on YouTube, come to our website at www.apogeerockets.com. Subscribe to our newsletter and you'll get notified when we put out these new videos. So, may the winds be light, may the skies be blue, and may all your rockets fly straight and true.